Hello, my name is Samuel. You are welcome to the home of the Pathfinders. It is a place where we use the power of our mind and our God-given purpose for prosperity, greatness, and impact. Today we're going to dive right into the topic. As you can see on the board, the topic is Ultimate Mystery of Purpose. I know some time ago I started this topic, but what we've done so far is just the introductory of purpose. So I think it's time for us to go deeper. We are going to take a deep dive into the mysteries embedded in our purpose. Because I have this sense of burden that most people do not understand the meaning of purpose, or rather, people just have a certain kind of misconception about what purpose is really. So I feel I have something to share in that light that will give some of us better clarity on this topic. In life, we were all born for a purpose that is established. We were born for a particular purpose. Any attempt to derail from the pathway to our purpose may lead us to perpetual prison and paralysis. So you don't want that to happen to you. You want to live a life of purpose because your purpose is very critical to your life. Not just to your life, but it's also integral to you fulfilling destiny. So you want to make sure that you're on the right path of your purpose. You want to make sure that your purpose and you are living that purpose because it is a gift to you from God and something that you need to know how to know your purpose, unveil your purpose, unravel your purpose, and give birth to that purpose and begin to live it. So many of us are just living a life without purpose because it's the number one thing that brings fulfillment to us. So it is quite important that we don't just do any sort of job, we don't just go about any kind of career, but each and every one of us who watch this video, who is part of this community, we are able to live by design and not by default. Because as soon as you derail from living the life of purpose, you're not living a life by default. So let's go on this topic. So far, when it comes to purpose, like I've always said, purpose is about what you have, which is your gift, what you've become, your calling or your profession, what you do with both produces your purpose. So your purpose is actually an action word. It's a doing word. It's something that you do. Okay? Now, purpose also, there are various ways we all give birth to our purpose. Okay? On this topic for today, we are going to look at more on the side of professional. We can give birth to our purpose through our profession. We can give birth to our purpose through our passion, our pain, or potential. So these are the various pathways that leads us to purpose. For today, we're going to look at on the pathway of professionals. This topic was prompted by my observation in our community in Australia, in Sydney, and not just in Australia, but across the globe. Especially because I'm a diasporan, which means I've moved out of where I was born to Australia to live. So most people are also share similar experience with me. People who have moved from their place of birth to other countries. Okay? Migrants who have moved from their homeland to a country for greener pastures. So I'm actually looking at this topic from that perspective. So this is my observation. I found out that when most people leave their home countries to a new destination, a newfound countries, most people usually leave with the intent to go to these countries, to live their dreams, to live their aspirations in life. Unfortunately, when they get to these countries, they are not able to live their dreams or aspirations as professionals. So they now get stuck, whereby a lot of people now get stuck, and the only option they have is now for them to now settle for other paying job. So they were a professional before. They came to this homeland. They came to this newfound destination. They abandoned their profession and begin to get paying job. I understand that. I understand when you come to these countries, if you are a professional, you come to a new country, you might need to get a job that will at least pay the bills. It's good to do that. But sometimes people just continue to see themselves employed in those paying jobs and abandon their purpose. That is my concern now. I feel that is not good enough for us. If you believe that you have a purpose in life through your career, through your profession, there is no reason for you to abandon that purpose and live a life for paying job where you don't find fulfillment. So I want us to look at how we can go about this, because the challenge here is that most people have a certain kind of fixed mindset. Their mind is fixated on just their profession, and they are not able to look at how they can apply that profession to fulfill their purpose. So there's this misconception, and this is what I also want to share light on. If you're there, please join with me and let's go on this journey. And please, I would also like you to share your comment, okay, on the comment section. Please share your comment, send forth your inquiries. Let's throw light on this topic. For me, I want to see us as a community grow. If you moved from your motherland to a newfound country, you don't have to trade your purpose. You need to live that purpose. It is what was given to you by birth. Whenever anyone actually trade your purpose for paying job, what you've done, you've sold your birthright. You've sold what was given to you from birth. So I think it's time for us to reverse that. And I believe that it's very possible that we can all live our purpose. It may be challenging, I quite understand that. The pathway to purpose and fulfilling your purpose is not an easy road. It's not actually an event. There's a process to it. But I can assure you, if you can just persevere on your pathway to fulfill your purpose, you will see your life being transformed. There's no doubt about it. Because I am a living witness. Okay? So some of the things I'm going to share with you today is also part of my experience. Okay? All right. So we're going to go right away. And I want to use 3 analogies to describe, purpose for us and how it applies to our profession. The first analogy I want to use is a car, okay? Which is not a profession, but I just want to use this analogy. But now when you look down, I will now use the analogy of a lawyer and also an accountant as a professional. I want to use this analogy because it's really sends the message home. This analogy is able to move the needle. What will give us that clarity on this topic? When you look at a car, okay, a car, what is the purpose of a car? The purpose of a car is to transport human and goods from one location to the other. That's the simple purpose of a car. So when you have a car, that is what that car is meant to do. So from the manufacturer's point of view, when they produce any car, the primary purpose of that car is to transport humans and goods from one location to the other. So the purpose why the manufacturer produced that car is to function here. So the purpose of the car is not in the car. It's in what the car can do. Okay? All right. So that's the purpose. Now, let's assume we're going to take this car away. Do you know that there are other modes of transport that can actually achieve this goal? So we're going to look at other modes of transport now. We're going to look at the train, the aeroplane, the ship, the motorbike, and bicycle. We've taken out the car. Now we're going to replace it with any of these one. Any of these one. When you take away the car, you can see that the train, the aeroplane, the ship, motorbike, and bicycle can also function in that direction. So this other mode of transport can accomplish this goal. Okay? So that gives us a good picture now that the purpose of the car is not in the car. It's what the car can do. And if that car is out of place, other mode of transport can fulfill that purpose. Now, for instance, if I am a teacher, I cannot say that my purpose is to be a teacher. No. My purpose is in teaching. It is what I do that produces my purpose. So you cannot just look at yourself and think your purpose is in you as a person. No. God cannot put all his purpose in a human because we are earthly vessels. So when God thought about your purpose now, he doesn't just put your purpose, on you as an individual. Your purpose in life is on what you do because it is your purpose that will actually outlive you. Now, when it comes to professional now, I want us to look at professional. Because most people who are professionals leave their homeland countries to overseas for greener pastures, for better living. And if you feel your purpose in life is in your profession, okay, underline, for today we're looking at professional. Okay, because sometimes you can bet your purpose through your passion, your pain, and potential, like I said before. So in some other video, we are going to look at how you can bet your purpose through your passion, your potential, or also your pain. But today we want to zero in on professionals who believe that their purpose is related to their core profession. Okay? That's what we're looking at it from today. Now, if you are a lawyer as an individual, you've been a trained lawyer, your purpose as a lawyer is to provide legal service. That is your purpose. So the service here is an action word. It's a doing word. Okay? You provide services for people, legal services. So your purpose is not just you being a lawyer. Now, when you now move overseas to a new country, sometimes it might be very challenging for you to take your professional lawyer qualification to these countries to begin to operate as a barrister or as a solicitor. Now, what you need to do is that you don't need to fixate your mind on just you living your purpose as a barrister, assuming you were a barrister in your homeland countries. Your purpose is not actually in you being a barrister or a solicitor. Your purpose is in legal service. So what does that mean? It means that if you cannot actually run your chamber, your independent chamber where you operate as a barrister for your clients or solicitor in these newfound countries, you can actually still fulfill your legal service, which is your purpose, in legal education. Okay, with the advent of the social media, the YouTube, social media platform, you can actually be able to present legal education for people through online or events. And when you do this, you are still fulfilling your purpose in legal service, which gives you fulfillment. The other option is you can also choose to look at where legal services are relevant. You can choose to get an employment or have a business where you provide conveyancing services combined with real estate providers. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, as a trained lawyer whose purpose is to provide legal service, you can also choose to run not-for-profit organization where you advocate for human rights, or rather, if you have passion in activism, you can also go into activism. So this is just 3 areas I believe as a lawyer you can still function in your legal service. Okay? In your legal service. So you can see that this, when you when you are not able to function as a solicitor or barrister, you don't need to think that it's all over. No, it's not over. In this new country you find yourself, get the necessary qualification that you may also need to get to function in any of this. Once you do that, you will see that you'll be able to now fulfill your legal service. The reason why I really want us to look at this thing critically, because it is only in your purpose you find fulfillment. Once you know your purpose in life, your purpose is interconnected to everything in your life. Number one is one thing that gives you fulfillment. Your purpose is connected to your relationship. It's connected to your marriage. It's connected to you, to your family. It's connected to your business. Even your work as a Christian. Your purpose is connected to your faith. It's connected to your peace in life. Your purpose is connected to everything about you, even the road of you fulfilling destiny. So you can see how important it is. And when we fail to live our purpose sometimes, what brings us fulfillment? You will see that sometimes we may try to have that fulfillment in other things, and we may not get it. Because you are meant to derive fulfillment in life from your purpose. Now, we look at the law. We're going to look at now becoming an accountant. If you are an accountant who has traveled overseas for greater pastors, your purpose is offering financial service. Okay? That is your purpose. Your purpose is not just you being an accountant. How do I mean? When you are not able to get a job as an accountant or as an accounting manager, you can also begin to look at where you can function in your capacity, in your profession. Number one, you may also choose to begin to give financial education online, on YouTube, social media, and all the rest. Financial education / event. You may also choose to have events where you can help people with financial services. You can also choose to be a financial planner. People want financial planning in their life. You may also look at those areas where you can fulfill that part of your calling. Not just looking at you only becoming an accounting manager. And thirdly, you can also choose to become a finance broker, a mortgage broker, and all the rest. You can choose to have an independent office where you trade as a financial broker. So you can say that on the walk to your purpose, you need to shift from this mindset. So a lot of people who travel overseas have this fixated mind that I am a trained accountant. Now I've moved overseas. I also need to get a job as a trained accountant. Once that does not happen, you now see a lot of people begin to consider other paying job. If you have a sense of your purpose in your profession, you don't have to throw in the towel. You don't have to trade your purpose for paying job. What you need to do is to consider some of these options that I've shared with you. These are just a few, but you can take your time to look at how you can throw light on this and come up with something so that you will be able to live a life of purpose. All right? So for today, it's a quick one. We actually address the issue of some people living their purpose through their profession. We're also going to look at the areas where you can actually bet your purpose from your passion. They are a little bit different. So I want to ensure that we are able to attend to everybody. Watch these videos week after week. I'm sure any of this video will also resonate with you. Okay, that is the end of this video. Thank you for taking your time today. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.